The radio show that's about to begin identifies as kick-ass. This is the show other radio shows fear. Are you ready to have fun?
I'm so ready.
The fun starts now.
Well, look, China Doll's over here and China Doll is over there. We're in two places at once. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Hollywood was going to be on, but he in the other room now. He said for me to do this. So I doing it. I doing it like I always do. It's fine. I got this. So yeah, so this past weekend, guess where I went? To see my daughter. Yes, I did. I went to see my daughter with my son, and it was long, lots of driving. Lots and lots of driving. Okay? It sucked. It's like 5 hours from here to go up to see her. 5 hours. 5 hours. You know, the benefit, though, is when you got a, I know. Do you like the invisible person on China show? That's my special guest. That's my special guest. Yes. You like it? She's cute, right? So anywho, yeah, it was 5 hour drive. Benefit? I only had to fill my car up once. It made it all the way there on one tank of gas. So I technically only had to stop to pee. Yeah, and stop to pee. And of course, I would stop at Quick Trips because they got good hot food. I know, right? So yeah, so it's 5 hour drive. And then when we got up there, we brought all the stuff in her place. Then we went to guess where? Walmart. Yeah, we went to Walmart. We went to Walmart because she needed her light bulbs changed in her apartment, and she's got like vaulted ceilings. They are totally high. And even with a step stool, let me tell you, my daughter's only 5'1". So even with a step stool, she cannot reach to change her light bulbs. So of course, when I bring her brother that's a foot taller than her, you know, take advantage of the fact that he can reach the light bulbs. But guess who changed the light bulbs? I did. Because they were in the other room talking, so I took it upon myself to climb up the step ladder and change all the light bulbs. Mind you, I'm not much taller than my daughter. So, yeah, luckily her step ladder is more like a ladder. She just is afraid of heights, so I did it myself. I did. Then what'd we do? Yeah, since on our way back from Wally World, we stopped at Quick Trip and grabbed hot food, and that's what we ate for dinner. Yeah, food from Quick Trip. Yep. Then Saturday, we decided we were going to go to, well, my daughter already told us where we were going. And we went up to Lake Superior Zoo, which is, you would think, in Wisconsin, being that she is right by Lake Superior, but no, it's in Duluth, Minnesota. My daughter? No, she does not. She's 27 and too much into her career. So no, she does not have a husband or a boyfriend. No, she does not. She's single. And so we drove to Duluth, Minnesota. Duluth, Minnesota. And let me tell you, the big bridge going from Wisconsin into Minnesota is amazing. Yes, made my son take pictures. I did. And he was freaking out the whole time because on this bridge, which is like super high over a lot of water, it's 55. 55 miles an hour. So my son was freaking out, saying that if he was to, if we were to crash and he was to fall over the bridge, he would break his neck and die. And I'm like, dude, calm it down. Calm it down. Yeah, I was very jealous, SNS, to be honest with you. All the way up, because you have to go through Tomahawk and then to get to my daughter's place. So the whole way up there, I'm seeing a bunch of bikes. And then from Wisconsin into Minnesota, I'm seeing a bunch of bikes. And I'm like, I'm in a car. Not the same thing. We did take a bunch of really, really good photos. And I actually have about 55 photos that we took. And some of them are scenery because the scenery on the road, just like looking straight ahead of you, was like gorgeous. It was gorgeous. So we went to the zoo and see some animals. And then we went to Olive Garden. Then we went to the mall, which now I realize why I hate going to the mall. Yeah. Yeah. And then we left Sunday morning. And then came home. And here I am. Hello. Yeah. And she gave us a lot of stuff. Because I guess every holiday she buys stuff for us. And yeah, so we had a lot of stuff to bring home. Didn't bring much there, but came home with a whole trunk full and back seat full. So that's that. It's fine. We had a good time. It was really good. It was very eventful. The first time we've actually gone up there and not just sat in her apartment all weekend. So I love that. And, I can only go to Walmart so many times before it makes me crazy. So, yeah, we had a good time. So it was worth it. It was so worth it. And I appreciate that Hollywood basically told us that we need to go. So, yeah. So he had the house to himself with a doggo and a catto. And I'm sure he loved every minute of us not being here. I bet he did. Bet he loved it. So I found some really interesting stuff that might gross you out this morning. But hey, you know me. I got to find the fun stuff for the news. And we're going to go as far as Indonesia. Yes, Indonesia. A woman who went missing in Indonesia was found dead inside the belly of a 20-foot python. And let me tell you, there was this yellow and white python at the zoo, and it had red eyes. Man, that thing is scary looking. Her husband, Noni, 55, became suspicious after finding his wife's belongings in the forest and spotted a 20-foot long python with a ballooned up belly. The man, identified along with his wife in local media only by one name, Frida, raised an alarm among the locals. It is believed that the python bit her on her leg, coiled around her body to suffocate her before swallowing her whole. The villagers did catch the python. They sliced it open and found the woman deceased inside. Wow. That is so crazy. That's so crazy. It is so nuts. So gross. So gross. I feel bad. What a way to go. Is that a way anybody else would like to go? Being eaten by a python? Ew. No, the woman was actually on her way to a market to sell things. And she dropped them. She dropped her belongings. And because the snake obviously had bit her, which caused her to drop her belongings, and then coiled around her to squeeze her to death. It's so gross. So gross. Not a good way to die, folks. Not a good way to die. Okay, I got another fun one for you, and this is from Florida. Thanks, Florida. This bowel-saving surgery is nothing to sneeze at. Surgeons have successfully placed a Florida man's colon back into his body after it fell out following a forceful sneeze. The 63-year-old was enjoying breakfast at a diner with his wife when the unusual incident occurred. His miraculous medical recovery is documented. an American Medical Journal. Prior to the incident, the man battled prostate cancer and underwent abdominal surgery. He had stitches removed from his abdomen on the morning that his bowel decided to sneak out after he sneezed. So they were enjoying, celebrating, you know. He was at the diner. They were celebrating a clean bill of health. During breakfast, the man sneezed forcefully, followed by coughing. He immediately noticed a wet sensation and a pain in his lower abdomen. He looked down and observed several pink loops of bowel protruding from his most recent surgical site, which, mind you, he just had the stitches removed from. The man covered the exposed intestines with his shirt while his wife called for an ambulance. Paramedics who arrived on the scene noticed an approximately 3-inch vertical laceration with large amounts of bowel poking through it. Thankfully, the Floridian did not have much blood loss and was rushed to the nearby medical facility where they were able to put his organs back inside. And they closed the abdomen with a series of figure 8 stitches, which is one of the strongest types of closures to make sure that it did not pop open once again. Can you imagine sitting there just eating breakfast, minding your own business, and you're just excited because now you have a clean bill of health after following a procedure to get rid of some cancer stuff, and you just sneeze and cough, and all of a sudden your incision opens, and ew, this is just wrong. God, I wonder if anybody there finished breakfast. I'm just curious. Just curious. Did the villagers eat the snake and dead woman after, though? It's Indonesia, like you said. No, they did not. They did not do neither. No, the woman did. They had their proper Florida thing. Or Florida, their proper burial for the woman in Indonesia. And the snake, they did not. They didn't eat it. I'm surprised. It's kind of weird. So, yeah. So, you're welcome for the gross stories on a Monday morning. What a better way to start your Monday?
Hello.
Oh, hello, little froggy.
Yep, I'm lonely all the time.
Whoa.
WMMR-DB Rockford.
So here's my question to everybody. Here's my question. If you've ever interacted with someone who seems overly focused on themselves, you might be dealing with a self-centered person. They frequently talk about themselves, dismiss your feelings or your opinions, or seem uninterested in your experiences because it's all about them. Yeah. We can, I have a few phrases that can show, and it's going to help you learn whether or not the people you are dealing with are self-centered. Because if you recognize these phrases, then it can help you handle interactions better with these people. So if you want to understand a self-centered person if you have one in your life, let's see what they would say. Enough about you, let's talk about me. Yeah. This phrase is a classic indicator of a self-centered person. It implies that they want to shift focus from what you're talking about, and that, like, even if you're just talking about your day and how your day went, or if something good happened that day, if you're just sitting there talking about how your day went because they asked, then all of a sudden they got bored with what you were saying and they say, you know what, enough about you, let's talk about me now. that is definitely 110% a self-centered person because it's all about them. So that is one of the biggest and highest indicator that you're dealing with a self-centered person. So if you ever talk to somebody and they actually say that to you, now you know. Now you know. Another phrase that they're most famous for is, I'm not being selfish. I'm just looking out for myself. You know, at first glance, this statement may seem like a demonstration of possibly healthy self-care, but when used in excess, it is often a cloak for those that are self-centered. Individuals who regularly use this phrase may prioritize their needs above others to an unreasonable extent. If they constantly cancel plans at the last minute or refuse to compromise or, like on a shared decision, then they may defend their actions with this phrase. I'm not being selfish. I'm just looking out for myself. It's perfectly okay for people to totally prioritize, and a little bit of something, but when they think they know better, that when they think they know better and it's always got to be based on them, then dude, I'm sorry, but these are the kind of people that you do not need in your life. You need to be like, bye Felicia, and kick them to the curb. All right, punch them in the cooter and move on with your day. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. This phrase may sound like a declaration of independence, but it often reveals a self-centered person. I don't need anyone. Yeah, that would be the phrase. People who frequently use this one are trying to convey that they are self-reliant to the point where others' feelings, opinions, or needs are completely irrelevant to them. They don't care. It's understandable to want to project strength and self-sufficiency. We all have moments when we want to stand tall and prove ourselves. But it's also natural and unhealthy. It's natural and healthy to need other people sometimes. We're all social creatures by nature, and our relationships with others is what helps us grow and thrive. If you hear the "I don't need anyone" phrase, remember it's okay to rely on others and let them rely on you. It's a part of being human. Just saying. God. Just saying. Oh, here's another good one, folks. Here's another good one. I don't have time for this. I don't got time for this. We've been there, stretched thin, overwhelmed by heavy workload or a string of commitments, right? And in these times, the phrase, I don't have time for this, may slip out in a moment of stress. But when used too often, the phrase can indicate a self-centered attitude. It suggests that the speaker's time is more valuable than others, and that their priorities are way more important. If someone continuously uses that phrase and dismisses your concerns or avoids responsibilities, it's not a reflection on you or the importance of your time. It's the fact that they are self-centered and it's got to be all about them. Basically, as Toby Keith would say, it's all about me, all about I, all about number one. Y'all know a song? You know that song. Self-centered. That's all I'm saying. I knew that already. This phrase often goes to self-centered people as well, used in a way to maintain a sense of superiority. or control in a conversation. You ever have a conversation with somebody and they're just like, they look at you and go, I already knew that. Oh, did you? Did you? Then why didn't you bring it up? I love that when they do that. I hear a lot of that about I've trained a lot of people at work in the 6 years I've been at my job. And there are so many people that are like, I already knew that. Oh, you did? You did? Then why'd you just screw it up 5 minutes ago? Yeah. Sad. People are so sad. Chanda was supposed to be a dog at poor. No. No, I picked this. I picked this show beforehand. Isn't that still a staple part of the feminist not needing anyone else? Because you can do everything. Well, yeah, a lot of feminists are like that. A lot of feminists can be like that. But, the sad part is people need people. Do you know what I mean? You do. It's the way the way the world works. People need people. You might be excited to share some news or interesting fact you just learned, only to have them respond that with, I knew that already. Then you either want to throat punch them in the cooter pocket, or just walk away. Because me personally, if somebody pulls that, I knew that already, there's a few ways you can go around responding to that. One, you can walk away because you might regret what you do. Or two, you can just be like, well, if you knew it, why didn't you do it to begin with? Or say it to begin with? Thanks, Felicia. Stupid. Let's face it, this phrase can sting. This wouldn't have happened if you would have listened to me. It's often used by self-centered individuals to shift blame and avoid taking responsibility for their actions. Essentially, they're saying that if you only had followed their advice or their direction, the current problem or situation would not have occurred. But everybody in this world makes mistakes. That is why we're all human. We all make mistakes. And no one has all the answers. Not even a proclaimed expert has all the answers, okay? Hearing this statement can be tough, but don't let it shake your confidence. This phrase is less about your actions and more about their need to be right. That's what it's all about, folkies. They just want to be correct. And that's what brings us to this phrase is the most telling of all. I'm always right. Sometimes people have a hard time admitting when they're wrong. They may believe that their opinions are only correct ones and dismiss other people's viewpoints. I know damn well I'm not always right. No. I make mistakes just like everybody else. I do. Mistakes happen. And hopefully when you make mistakes, you fess up to them or you learn from them or both. Okay? Because we all are human. We all make mistakes. Like I've said numerous times, no one is perfect. No one. No one is always right. People have different perspectives on things, experiences, and knowledge that shape our understanding of this world. Because this world, let me tell you, is not an easy place to thrive in or grow in or even live in. It's ridiculous. It is insane. Sharing various viewpoints helps us grow and learn. So everybody should be able to have their own viewpoints. Everybody should be able to share and grow with each other or not. If you encounter someone that insists that they're always right, remind yourself of your own worth and your own intelligence. Because that doesn't mean that you're always wrong, because you're not. Your thoughts and opinions matter just as much as anyone else. They do. 110%. They matter. No matter what anybody says, your opinions matter. I was once wrong. Definitely won't do that again. No, why not? Why not? No, you don't ever want to do that again? Aw. Conversations and relationships with self-centered individuals can be challenging, but remember, you will always be in control of your reactions and your boundaries. What we talked about today is supposed to arm you with the knowledge to recognize certain phrases that self-centered people often use. But it's always up to you on how you will respond or handle the situations. Time spent understanding others is never wasted. It contributes to your own personal growth and emotional intelligence. So, serial killer Monday. No? Why? Do you want it to be? Somebody killed the girl in the other chair. I don't know what happened to her. She dead. She not there. My special guest is not available. It could have happened. I don't know. But so this does look really weird with the two screens, but yeah. Until I can figure out how to log into because I can't remember my password for my Gmail, because it's automatic on my phone and my laptop. I can't put my shows on the Viper Pit when I do them. So, yeah, my computer's on. Because I'm going to have to reset my password for my Gmail because I forgot it. So then I can use it on here to add the Viper Pit to the lineup for the Morning Madhouse. So, because all the shows I've been doing, none of them are on the Viper Pit. They're only on the Morning Madhouse. And I need more stuff to go on the Viper Pit. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, you could totally get her number. Steve, you could totally get it. Now just ask her for it and see if she gives it to you, though, because I think she's really self-centered. Just saying. So this is really all I got this morning because I got things to do prior to going to work at noon. So I hope you guys have an amazing Monday. Yeah, I probably will. I mean, I know what it is. It's an automatic log on my phone and my computer because my computer is actually meshed with my phone. So anything I do on my phone, you can see on my computer. But, it happens. Whatever. I'll figure it out. I got time to figure it out. But I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Once again, I know you did. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Again, have a fabulous Monday because it's just another manic Monday, as the Bengals say, right? Peace, guys. Bye.
And that's it for a Motorcycle Madhouse Morning Mayhem. Don't forget to visit us on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and all major podcast platforms for all the replays of Motorcycle Madhouse shows. Don't miss out on our